This is the best question because the truth is, I really believe that I'm a bridge, right? I'm pulling equally, very aggressively from both sides. That I'm a human contradiction. That if you really watch a show and it throws people off as they get deeper into my content, that oftentimes I'm saying things that contradict themselves because the truth is they both live in real life at the same time, and it's about finding that cadence and balance to guide through. I am massively, at a global level, patient. But on a practical level and an execution level, I'm very fast, right? So it really is religion and church, right? Like at the highest, like at the theoretical, at the gray levels, I'm patient, long game. I'm aware that as long as I'm alive, I'm playing the businessman game, and it doesn't end tomorrow, and if it ends tomorrow, I don't know the outcome anyway because I'm dead, right? And so, but in real life, I understand it's a race, and the speed is a variable for success to me in a big way, hustle, and so the patience and speed are very much rubbing against each other, but it's like the diamond comes from that, right? Like, and so that's the thing that I think about. I find it very easy to do both. You have to understand, there's people that are both in practical and philosophical terms, and they have different outcomes. AKA, there's people that philosophically are not patient, they're impatient, and they're fast. And they look like the bad version of what I am, right? They're like hustlers, and they're like doing everything for themselves, and they're not patient. They don't care about the long game, and they're just gonna take, and they're just gonna take and take and take, and they're gonna take fast, and they're gonna gather, and I think that society, the game rewards them, and there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires that didn't do it the right way, and that's what I think they look like. Then, there's a lot of people that are massively patient and slow, and those are the enormous amount of people that, you know, in a business context, not in life, they're probably some of the loveliest human beings that have ever been made because they're slow and they're patient and everything's just lovely, and let's just like sit on the porch and, you know, drink peach tea for the rest of our lives and like go slow. Just go real slow, like let's sit and look at stuff. Like let's sit on the porch and look at stuff. Like a car just drove by. Great. Like, I mean, like that, you know, is not interesting to me either. And so that exists. So I actually think what I do exists a lot. I think it's the likable, you know, aggressive person, and that's, you know, they're out there, and there's a lot of winners that are good people. I really think that, and I think if you look at my analogies, the speed part is really valuable, right? Like if you're speedy and selfish and impatient, you know. I think the other thing about the lack of patience and fast, you don't have to be a bad person. I think it leads to mistakes, right? That's another variable layer here. You know, it's funny that my brain went that first narrative. Here's a second narrative. You're going fast, you're not patient, so you rush the outcome and you leave money on the table. You sold the company too soon. You weren't as profitable as you could have been because you missed things because you didn't see it because you weren't tactful. And so, you know, I think it has essence of strategy. You know, somebody once said to me about Vayner, Gary, you guys are so interesting. He was trying to zing me a little bit that we weren't strategic enough. He said, you're so interesting, but he's like, when you get into the house, I feel like a lot of times you guys just run through the glass window instead of opening the door. Like, it was a funny analogy. And then I looked at him and said, yeah, but we're gonna own all the homes. Cool.